So recording has been started, and once again, welcome to Power BI demo, and happy and game-changing new year ahead for you. And I hope it will be a successful journey which you are starting from the day one. Okay, and so before we start, I think you would have already do some research on Power BI in Google, YouTube, okay, and blogs wherever you see in Facebook or somewhere, right? So it is a booming technology, okay, and that's where we are all here to learn. But we need to understand like what is Power BI and what is BI and what is I, okay. So power is just a word to just add an advantage to this BI. But what is BI? BI is a business intelligence, okay, business intelligence, okay. And let me tell you the agenda, okay. We are going to cover all these things. What is Power BI, BI and I, and what is Power BI, and why you should learn or why we choose career in Power BI, okay, and how we are going to learn this, okay, and when we are going to learn this, why should you train with me, okay, and what are my additional offerings, and reporting, mainly report development life cycle, RDLC, report development life cycle, and we will create first report today, and then I will share some of success stories to make you inspire, okay. If you already know, then again, it's once again you need to just understand like how this success, okay, success, okay, we will talk this later, once we finish all these things, okay. There are a lot of success stories over my 12 months of journey, okay. So I will tell you a couple of them to make you inspire, right. So as I said, what is business intelligence? Why we should have a business intelligence? When you have a business, you should know what is actually happening, okay. Before that, I would like to ask this question: what is intelligence? Okay, any guess? Anybody can type there, if you know what is intelligence, okay. um, what is intelligence, okay. But it might take you time to just type and get the response. But when I was asking my previous batch, participants, they were saying that intelligence is nothing but clever, or intelligence nothing but knowledge, intelligence nothing but something else. But actually, they are just part of intelligence. But intelligence is not that. Intelligence means the perception, okay. What if you want to ask me more in detail, like actually intelligence means, it works on the time, okay. It works on the time. What does it mean by that? Like what happened, what is what is happening, what will happen, okay. Based on these two parameters, what will happen and how can you control this, how can you how can we control control the situation, okay. So if you apply these 4 points to anywhere, that is that particular intelligence. If you apply for your business, then it's a become a business intelligence. Like what was my sales, what was my profit, okay, currently how much profit I'm getting, okay. So if I don't do anything, what would be my profit, okay. So but if I want some extra profits, if I want to grow a 10%, what are all things I can control and I can make more sales, what are all my key factors, where can I change to grow my sales, right. So that's where you can just do this. So if you apply it for business, then it will become a business intelligence. If you apply for your life, it will be a life intelligence. If you apply for your emotional, it's emotional intelligence, okay. If you apply for your career, it's a career intelligence, right? If you apply it for crime, it's a crime intelligence or CBCID. What they do basically is this, right? So anywhere if you apply intelligence, you can apply a lot of things in your day-to-day life, right? So just think about it, and this actually make me more curious to come into this. I was learning a lot of technologies and I've been with it, but then finally I stick with, because this intelligence make me more you know um, thought provoking word actually. Okay, I researched, I'm almost hours and hours on this to understand what is intelligence. Okay, so how can we improve our intelligence? Okay, so this will really buzzword in the market right now. Okay, but more into a business which will actually give a money, or which will generate money. So obviously the business intelligence is never ending. I mean, it will, until unless the business is there, business intelligence will be there. Okay, tools might change. Okay, that's where we understand next. But tools might change, but intelligence is never change. I mean, it's always unique thing, right? So it's evergreen thing. That's what I feel, and I chosen this career, and hope this will also make you more um, um, thinkable point that I feel. Just think about it. Okay, now we understand what is intelligence and what is business intelligence. But what is Power BI? Okay, what is Power BI? Power BI is a reporting tool. Okay, it's just not reporting tool. It's non-traditional reporting tool. It is not traditional reporting tool. It is non-traditional reporting tool. Non-traditional, non-traditional ETL come reporting tool. That is the advantage. Okay, so it is just not only reporting tool, it is non-traditional ETL come reporting tool. See, nowadays, in the competition in the market, okay, if you just give a single offering, nobody is taking, right? So they want multiple offerings and easy to use and cost effective. So a lot of things they are actually looking in the market, right? So Power BI is actually from Microsoft. Okay, hope everybody knows Microsoft is the biggest software development company in the world. And so they have actually introduced in 2015. Okay, it's a recent tool. Okay, a lot of companies, they're still thinking to acquire this Power BI technology, but already a lot of market is still available. Okay, that's where a huge market and huge requirement out there in on Power BI. Okay, so it's just recent tool, as you understand, right? But Microsoft has decided and thought, reporting is must, and we should put a lot of efforts. And every month, Microsoft, they will release few updates on the Power BI. Okay, every month they will release a few updates. Why? Because every day customer has to think. If something, they will get any feedback from any of the customer, they will change and they will try to give it for the best, to to be leader in the market. Okay, to be leader in the market. So we will see why we should choose career in Power BI, because there are reports. So as you take any business decision, we will create a report, right? Business intelligence report we will create. Likewise, there is also a report creation companies out there. So what they do, they will actually understand the market in the BI era or reporting era, who is the leader in the market. Okay, so I will show you one report in the here, Gartner or Google trending, anything that you can search. Gartner. Okay, magic quadrant for 2021. So if you just go to that and just click on the images, and see, you can also just see recent searches, and ZNet, and you see this one. See, if I zoom it, you will understand this. Now you see, there are four quadrants: niche player, visionaries, and challengers and leaders. These are all the tools that are available in the market. Now currently Microsoft is actually a topmost leader. Okay, and Tableau, ClickView are there lagging. If you just see, this was in previous a couple of months back, and Tableau is almost competing. And if you just look back in 1 year or two, Tableau was in the leader position and ClickView was also in the leader position. But now Microsoft is gone far away. Okay, so all these projects are actually migrating into Power BI. Okay, so this will make you understand like what are all the tools that are available in the market and how they are actually when comparable to Microsoft, how they are and where they are. I've been working, where ClickView reports are migrating into Power BI. Okay, and I've also heard about some of the projects where they are actually migrating from Tableau to Power BI. Okay, so I think this will make you understand like if you understand this x-axis and y-axis, complete vision and the ability to execute. So this where it is. Okay, this is always the top, this corner. Okay, so that's what to understand this report. Okay, now we understand that is the reason we should choose career. Okay, that is rapidly growing. Power BI tool is rapidly growing, and not only that, it is the cheap in the market, and nobody is actually when cheap price. You can start with 750 rupees per month per user. Okay, and that is called pro license. Guys, go on mute if you're not speaking. And okay, that's where we can start, and any company can work on Power BI because it is a cheapest tool in the market, but lot of benefits. It is a SaaS application. Okay, what is SaaS application? Software as a service. If you understand a cloud, and a SaaS is 100% controlled by the service provider. Okay, 100% controlled by service provider, because it's a subscription based. So when you know subscription, then you understand service based. Service based, not server provider, service provider. Let's say subscription, it's completely subscription based. If you just understand DTH subscription, okay, and service provider could be over Airtel or Tata Sky or anything, right? So you will pay for it and you will use it. Okay, everything controlled by that service provider. The same way here also the same thing. The SaaS application, the Power BI is completely controlled by Power BI, Microsoft. Okay, but and then what is the benefit out of this? A software company no need to do any maintenance thing like software updates, okay, patching, okay, nothing to be done. Okay, it's plug and play. What is this? And plug and play. Plug and play tool. Okay, so what it is basically, it has two major components. Okay, what are they? Power BI desktop and Power BI service. Okay, desktop and service. So this is a free tool and anybody can download a free tool, free developer tool. Okay, what is this? Free developer tool, and here you need to pay. Okay, it is a subscription model. Okay, you need to purchase this. Okay, so that's the overall idea of Power BI. Any questions so far? What is Power BI? Okay, we will talk about the ETL. Okay, we will talk about the ETL modeling and why this is so game changing when it compared to other reporting tools in the market. Okay, so there are other reporting tools even from Microsoft, is called SSRS. Okay, SQL Server Reporting Services, but it is on-premise tool, and it is legacy tool. I can say it's a legacy. When I say legacy, it's a complex and older system. Okay, complex and older system. Okay, so and that is the reason, to be on the market, they can improvise this, but because of this SaaS and entire different version altogether, so they have introduced as a Power BI. Okay, so SSRS cannot work just like that, but Power BI can work with 99 plus sources. But whereas now SSRS is also working, but a lot of limitations in SSRS. Okay, first of all, it's not cloud based tool, it is a server based tool, and everything you need to take care. Okay, you need to have a server, you need to maintain report manager, you need to maintain, everything you need to maintain. Nothing will be ready made for you there. Okay, you need to have a more resources when it compares to Power BI. Okay, ultimately it will be a cost, the cost is involved when you go with SRS or any other tools, or any other tools like Click or Tableau. Okay, so any other tool like Tableau was like almost $200 per month, but when Microsoft introduced $9.99, they actually come down to $20. Understand the market, so that is their market strategy. But anyway, still Tableau and Click, they are not unable to compete with Microsoft, because he is a big legend in the, he has a lot of market share, and maybe it could be any reason that is not our scope to discuss at this moment. But Microsoft is grow. Okay, and it is just a baby of 5 years or 7 years, I can say, or 6 years. Okay, so it has to grab a lot of market, and it will be the future. Okay, that's where you can understand what is Power BI, right? So let me just move on for the next topic, and how we are going to learn. We are going to learn in Skype. Okay, Skype morning 7 to 8, as you already know, 7 a.m. to 8:30. It may go on like that. Okay, I can say 8:15, right? You should have an Outlook email address. Okay, my Outlook is this, mahinder.academypro@outlook.com. Okay, I do have another email address, mahinder.academypro@gmail.com. Right? So these are all my two email addresses that you can connect with me. Okay, and I will share you a lot of materials and everything from these two email addresses. Right? And please do not join as a guest. Okay, I'll show you what does mean by guest. And some from other institutes, they will come and they will join, like this guest. Okay, I don't know who is basically. Okay, some people will come from other institutes or something, they will come and join, and then they will disturb us, right? So this live ID and the guest user, these are all not acceptable from next tomorrow onwards. Okay, um, right? And if you join here, I can call you. That is where I choose in Skype. Okay, so if you have any other tools, okay, and there you need to wake up. See, we our day, we know, right? Day will be a lot of hectic, and sometimes even though you have a lot of inner strength to come, but sometimes we will tend to forget. But this is where I will give you a call. Okay, you will get a call on your mobile. Okay, and you can start, just you can start, but that is the least priority. But you should be very proactive, and you should come and join. I see a lot of people are very enthusiastic and they are joining just 5 minutes before. Okay, so that is all about Skype. Hope you know what is the intention to not to allow the guest or the live ID, something like this. Why you have joined like this? Because you don't know how to log in your Skype profile. So you should join like this. Okay, and you see a lot of my students will connect with me in personal. Okay, and to discuss a lot of their personal suggestions. We will come to that point later, but so this is what you should log in like this, and you can put your photo and then your email address. Just log in with your email address, so that, and then you can search here for me, my name. Okay, and then you can chat with me so that you can have a personal discussions. Okay, so that's what the Skype all about. Okay, and Skype is also from Microsoft, and Outlook is also from Microsoft, so they work effectively, and it looks more professional than the Gmail. Gmail is general purpose use, and it's from Google. Okay, but that is also good. I'm not saying this is bad, but this looks more professional, and that's I will tell you a lot of benefits with Outlook email address. Just create it, and I will tell you a lot of benefits in my course. Okay, I will tell you a lot of things, but just believe me and create a new Outlook email address and start using it. And it should not be like Mahinder.Lovely or Mahinder for you, Mahinder 01331122. Those numbers, and it should not be complex. It should be more professional. Just your first name and last name. Okay, first name dot last name at outlook.com. I this is the first professional thing. I mean, but I do have another Outlook email address for my professional and other thing, but this I meant it for only for training. Okay, that is the reason I put my Academy Pro. But my suggestion would be your first name. Okay, this is a syntax. First name dot, okay, last name at outlook.com. I always suggest you to do this. But if you already have and you want new, then think about more specific to your job or career. You can also choose like Mahinder.PowerBI Pro at outlook.com, or BI Pro at outlook.com, or Reporting Pro at outlook.com. Something like that. Choose some creativity, but it should be simple and effective. It should not be number, it should not be any other which will not be professional. Okay, it should be professional. That's what I always suggest, because you are going to keep that in your resume. Okay, uh, right? So when I've already discussed when it will be, it is morning 7 to 8. Okay, so every day, almost every day. Okay, now why should you train with me? Okay, so this is not about a training. Okay, here we do a coaching and mentoring. Okay, there is a lot of difference in between training, coaching and mentoring. Okay, so training is just giving subject, just giving a GAN, but you know what, there is a lot of training materials out there in the Google and YouTube that will not give you success. Right, you need to have a coach who can motivate, who can give up market trends, who can actually provoke to get into success. Okay, who can you understand closely about your you know positives and negatives, so that you can just work on your negatives, and they can then just give you a positive side of and results and everything. Okay, that's where I suggest connect with me, use my time properly and effectively. Okay, so mentoring is a next level of coaching, because a single word will tell you a lot of benefits. If I tell something, let's say a simple example, to one of my students, I've given one suggestion. Okay, she has 11 lakhs per annum, but she was trying for maybe a 14 to 16 lakhs package, but I was given a just a word. then she got around 28 lakhs package. So that is the power of mentoring. Okay, just single suggestion will change you a lot of benefits. Okay, so that level of mentoring you can get it from this training from me. Okay, so it is just not for a month. It is you know uh, it's lifelong when you have a win-win situation with us. Okay, right? So that is the reason you can just choose my training. Okay, and I will also give additional offerings like so as I said, Power BI service, right? So it is actually it is a subscription based model, and we need to pay for it. But I'm giving it for free, giving it for free for 2 months, for free for 2 months. Actually, you know what? The 750 is just a pro, but premium will have more than that. Okay, this 750 per month is a pro license. I will show you, but there is a premium license is also available. I will give you the premium license. Okay, again in the premium there are two types of premium: capacity based premium and user based premium. Okay, we will give you PPU, premium per user. What is that PPU? What is premium? Which will have a more than pro, right? So it will be around $5,000, but I will give it for free for 2 months. Okay, and that is an one of the additional and best benefit that you can get it out of this training. Okay, and this is additional offering, right? 2 months, and then I will also teach you SSRS and SSAS. Okay, and Azure. I will just give you Azure overview. Okay, Azure is a vast subject, but I will introduce you. I will show you how Azure looks like, and how you can work Azure with Power BI. This will change you a lot of um, it will give you a new path to your career. That's what I can confidently say. And not only that, and Azure DevOps. Okay, this is also one of the important topics. And SQL, I will cover SQL also. Okay, um, what is really required for Power BI. Okay, so these are all the things that you will get it and as an additional offerings. Okay, and not only that, um, daily assignments. Okay, daily assignments. Okay, so this is one of the lot of I will show you if you just can understand this. Right, wait. Power BI. See, there are a lot of batches that I've done previously, and if you see a lot of material out there, I can give you a lot of material. Okay, and assignments. You will see daily assignments, and okay, and DAX, everything. That see, this is my previous batch. So we will create a lot of reports on each concept, and we will publish them. Okay, I will show you in the service, just a glimpse of it. Okay, see this when you log in into Power BI service, you will see just something like this. Okay, so this is your this thing, and I will give you a login. Okay, and here you see a lot of people they will create their own workspace. Okay, just to develop. Okay, this is where we will publish a lot of reports. Okay, and this is 100% real time, guys. You see, when you see this diamond symbol, this is nothing but the premium. Okay, I will show you. Let me just open that. You see, Power BI premium per user content, which is nothing but a premium. Okay, and if you understand the license, Power BI license, okay, pricing and comparison. See, $9 and $20 and $5,000. Okay, this is a premium, right? So premium two types, per user, per capacity, but pro per user. $9 means 750 rupees. Okay, $20. Okay, 1,500 rupees, something like that. But this there is a 5,000 also, $5,000. It's almost 25,000 or 75,000 or something, right? 5,000 into 75. something. Okay, just calculate them. But see here, this is mainly useful for organizational benefits, but both are almost same in terms of capabilities. But this is per user, but this will be organizational. Okay, that's where you see the difference, and you can just read all these things. This is the link, and I will share you all the required links. Okay, but let's jump into Power BI report, like how there looks like and what is the development life cycle. You see, these many reports we have created from this single data set, and these are all the sources. Okay, this that has been created by Krishna, one of our trainee. Okay, who actually just like you, and you will also create these many reports, which is almost real time. And here I will review all your reports just like your team lead and manager. Okay, you will feel 100% real time. Okay, this is just not a training, this is next level of training. Okay, it is your when I say it's more than a training, it is just kind of who a fresher will go and do kind of uh, you know job in a company, right, just for free. I'm not getting recall that word, but it is just kind of thing. Okay, you can just work what I've teach, but not only that, you can also get something extra out of it. And you can also, if I just give you anything, then just go and just research it and then come back with a lot of questions and everything. Okay, there are accesses. I will give you all this kind of access on this thing. You see the permissions, it's loading. You see, I've given access to all these guys, and you will also get this kind of access. Number your roles are there. Okay, and not only that, you can also create your own workspace and then develop just like Krishna, right? So this is a pro workspace. See, he has created a lot of things. So, and you can see 100% real time reports, something like this. Okay, so you might be tested something, but right, something like this. Okay, you see, it was a nice interactive report. So you see, the numbers will change automatically, so that you can understand like what's going on there. Okay, I will tell you the best practices. Okay, I will tell you the best practices and performance improvements, and a lot of real time scenarios we will discuss. Okay, and I will give you the best basement for you. Okay, that's what I can tell you. And we will also see the success stories after our first report creation. Okay, so let's start creating a first report and try to publish in Power BI service. Okay, so let's get started. So to do that, we should have a Power BI desktop tool and search for Power BI desktop download. Okay, so just open a Google and then download it, and you see powerbi.microsoft.com. Okay, you should choose a trustful link. Okay, and you will also get some other links, but I don't think that would be the right option, but choose this one. Okay, and now here you can go to products and then click on Power BI desktop. And do not do this, it will go to a marketplace, but you can go to this. Okay, go to this, see downloads and language options. Okay, so here if you click on this, and you see two things. Okay, and now you see this is English language, we need to check. And the minimum requirement for this is it should be a Windows 10, and Windows 10 is mandatory, and it should have a minimum 4 GB RAM. Okay, RAM. So that's the system requirement that is saying, see, Windows 10 and above. Okay, Internet Explorer 10 and above. Okay, and 4 GB RAM. That is a requirement. But the processor, whatever, that's depends, right? So it depends on your speed and capabilities. Okay, that's okay. You can have any processor, but minimum 4 GB. You can go up to 8 GB. That's fine. That's up to you. Uh, okay. So now what you need to do is you need to download this, and you see here there are two things, this one and this one. Okay, what is the 64? What is the 64? Okay, how do you understand the 64, right? So let me show you my computer. Sorry, this PC, and right click and properties. If you have this PC and right click and properties, now here you will see your laptop or desktop configuration under property. My device name is this, and I have i7 6th generation processor with the 2.6 gigahertz. You know the speed. This is actually talk about the speed. Okay, this is processor Intel iCore. Okay, and I have installed 16 GB RAM. You know, but unfortunately it's not working 16 GB. It's working only 8 GB. I don't know why. And mine is 64-bit operating system. This is what I intend to show this. Mine is 64-bit operating system. Okay, which is double to 32-bit. Okay, what is bit? Okay, the pipe size, the data movement pipe size. Okay, 64 a bit per second, something like it will, the amount that transfers back and forth from internet to or within the computer. Okay, that is the system type. And mine is Windows 10 Pro operating system, and the version and all those things. Okay, mine is actually licensed version. Okay, that's up to you, like what license do you really use, but I suggest always go with a licensed one. Okay, so now I know mine is a 64-bit operating system. uh, though you see mine is 16 GB RAM, the Power BI desktop will be slow, the software it will be slow, because there will be a lot of programs beyond the scenes they will run. Okay, so now as I know it's my 64-bit operating system, I will choose this. Okay, if you are not sure, simply you can just select this. Okay, like this, and you can install. But if you are sure that your machine is 32-bit, choose this. Or if you don't know, also choose this. Okay, but if you know clearly your machine is 64-bit, then choose this. And as I shown you, mine is 64-bit. I'm just clicking next, and it will just download. Okay, here it will download, you see. Okay, and you need to double click next, 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 so that it will install like any other software. Okay, so I've already installed, so let me open it up, and it will just open. See, it will take time, though mine is 16 GB RAM, it will take time to open it. See, I've clicked multiple times. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts, please prepare yourself or take a note. Okay, just side to note down anything that you have. And end of the session, please speak out, and then have a discussion with me. Okay, so that you can clarify your doubts. Okay. Um, Now, when you open Power BI Desktop, it looks like this. Let that completely open, and simply you need to close this. Okay, it will ask you to sign in, but you don't need to sign in. I will tell you when to sign in and everything, but you don't need to sign in. Simply close that, and it will open just like this. See, it is just by default slow. You should not think that because of your mission it is slow. No, it is just because it is the heaviest. I mean, it's not big size. It is just if you just go back and see the size of this, it is just almost. Let me show you. If not, the size of it, right? So when you click on this, it is just uh, 361 MB. But still, once you install, it will become heavier by running the programs. Okay, now anyway, you can just double click it. Please let me know if you are unable to install it. It's easy. Just go to show folder and right click and run as an admin, or you can double click also, anything is fine. And Okay, so yeah, that's what it will take time to even install and everything. Now you need to click yes. You might see some blank screen for a minute, for a second. Now I clicked on yes, and you should click on yes. Okay, that is by default Microsoft will ask. Now you see it will ask you either you want to read, because I've already opened. Okay, please close the Microsoft Power BI desktop, which is because I've already opened. Okay, so if I close it, it will just go next, 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 and you will install nothing. You need to accept the terms and conditions and then finish it. It is easy. Let me know if anybody do not able to install. Please join 10 minutes before or ask me after the class, after tomorrow. Okay, just try it today, and if you are unable to install, but it should have a Windows 10 operating system, first remember. Okay, and your Internet Explorer should be about 10. How do you know whether my Internet Explorer is 10 or 10 and above or not? You can search for Internet Explorer. You see this one. Okay, and open it up, and go to about. Any software that you can go and check the about. Okay, come on. Okay, here if you just see, here, this is just edge. I think somewhere you see about, more tools, and somewhere you should see about page. Okay, let me show you somewhere. Mhm. How to check Internet Explorer version. Start an Internet Explorer, then select the top search tools, settings, updates, and check updates, and the new edge. Okay, I love using Internet Explorer. Okay, you can just give it a try, but it should be okay. You have an old version of Internet Explorer. Please update to browser to make your browsing experience more pleasant. Okay, see more. Okay, but anyway, it should have shown somewhere. I don't know why it's not coming. Recently, they have changed. There should be about, for any software there should be an about page. Okay, that's where you can just check help and feedback, about. Yes, I guess here you will see the version. You see the official build. Here you will see the version, but it should be somewhere. You should check for this is actually, it's not allowing you to use Internet Explorer, but it's allowing you to open the Edge. But if you have a Edge, I think it will be automatically update all your Edge versions. Okay, but yeah, you should be make sure you should have an Edge software. Okay, Edge browser, right? So I think this will enough. Okay, just think about it. Anyway, it's recording. I will give it to you. Okay, and you can work on that, right? but make sure you should have minimum basics, and then you can ask me. Okay, but I'm for now I'm ignoring it. I'm clicking OK and finish. That's okay, but you should do next, right? If you want, I can give you just this, and you should choose this one. I will ping you in the Skype. Right, so I'm just closing this and this. Okay, now meanwhile it opens. Now when you see this, you will see a lot of things, but we will cover all of them step by step. Okay, here I'm going to get the data to create the report. Okay, so it will make you connect to 99 place sources. Okay, this will make you connect 99 place sources. Let that open. But today I'm going to take one of the interesting source called web. Okay, it can connect to a website and it will get the data. So you see a lot of files it can connect, a lot of databases it can connect. Okay, a lot of databases in the market. It can connect any type of Teradata and SAP HANA, okay, Amazon Redshift, Google BigQuery. It can connect anything in the market which is right now available. And Power Platform, we will discuss Azure, which I said, right? We will cover Azure SQL DB, Azure Blob, everything that we will cover. But other services, okay, and you see there are a lot of other services. And now, as per Microsoft, it's saying it can connect with 99 place sources. Okay, out of which I can just looking for the source type is a web. Okay, web. I can just search for web, and you see that is available under files or online services. Okay, you can just select this and connect. Okay, now it's asking for a URL, which URL you want me to connect. Okay, to get the URL, let me open the browser again and search for IMF database April 2021. So I just recently opened, so you see this watermark, the color, right? So what is this? A World Economic Outlook, okay, which maintained for websites to see how each country's growth and everything. Okay, but if you go there, it is not that easy to just to understand, but we can create our own report to understand that. Okay, by countries. Okay, you need to click this, and here once you come, all click on all countries. Okay, and then the second step, in the second step we can select all, and or else you don't do anything, and then continue. Okay, and here you see there are different reports that are available. I'm just going with the third one. Okay, and when you select it will become a green color, and click continue. Right, and now you see what is the date range. I'm just reducing date range from let's say 2019 to I can say 2024. Give some past years and future years. The futuristic data, estimated data is also available in this site. So now prepare the report. Okay, but this report is not that great, just like Power BI reports. But we will create this. We will use this data, and then we will create in Power BI. Okay, to do that, I need a URL, right? So I will right click and copy this URL. Okay, and then I will paste it here, right? And click OK. And now beyond the scenes, a web scraping, okay, technology called web scraping, okay, that so the job will run beyond this tool, and it will just get the table data. Okay, now you will see like how a Power BI will create a connection with the website. Okay, now it's trying to connect to this the given website. Okay, and the website is not required any access, anonymously it will connect. What is anonymous? Whoever you are, you can just take this data and play with it. So because this is free website, anybody can see the reports. Okay, and like just like wiki, you can also use wiki, right? So Wikipedia, and you can search for any other like countries or any other thing, you can just search for it, countries population, or maybe okay, list of countries and dependency populations. Anything you can search for it, and you can just build a report on top of that. Okay. Now see, this table also you can get it there into Power BI. But yeah, now you see the Power BI is automatically created tables and text, and you see you can also see the web page. It is just connected, right? But I don't think we will work with. We can just work with this, but it is just an option, okay? And you can do refresh also. If something changed, you can just click on that. Now you see, if you click on this table one, it will just extracted that report in this tabular format. Okay, and you can just compare between these two, and whichever you think is useful, you can choose that. Okay, and the HTML code actually we really don't want, and display text we really don't want. So that's where you can check, and I think the table one looks makes sense for me. And now you see, until unless even I select and I see the data, I could not able to load or transform, right? But when you click inside this box, now you can observe this yellow button or this button which is active. Okay, so now when you see this data is not properly cleaned, so let us clean this data using transform data. Okay, we can discuss a lot of sources and a lot of options that are available in this side, Power Query. Okay, this is a powerful tool and non-traditional ETL tool. Okay, uh, but you see a lot of transformations. We will work with all of them, almost most of them, 99%, all features except this R and Python. Okay, that's where you can understand this is a futuristic tool. It can work with machine learning. It can work with now you will see maybe in the home you see Azure machine learning, text analytics, right? These are all AI insights, artificial intelligence insights. On top of your data, you can run these jobs, and it will automatically tell you like how your data is. So that is the future. AI, ML, IoT. We can it will work with IoT also. I will show you when we work with the dashboards. Okay, I will show you how IoT reports we can build upon Power BI. So that's what it is, a futuristic tool, and Microsoft has been realized that the reporting is the future. Reporting is the actual market where we can establish our base so that I can understand everyone's business. Okay, so that I can grab the market bigger and bigger. So if you feel the same, then start your career with Power BI, and work intelligently and take your decisions intelligently. Okay, and then go and grow. Right now you see this is something, this is actually my headers. If you just understand, these are all my headers, but actually headers is something like that. So there is a simple one click of a button to change this to header. Okay, or else I can write something like this, double click and country column or something, what else ever I can write it, and but that is not the smart way. So here you see a lot of smartness in the tool. Okay, with a lot of options, you can use first as a header, and you simply that will change. Okay, now you see you just promoted the header, but automatically change type is actually automatically update. That is, that is the intelligence. The report will just understand the first 200 rows and 200 columns, and then it will decide like what is there inside this 200 rows. So if it is a text, then it will change the data type to text. See, ABC means what? Text. Okay, ABC means what? Text. See a lot of data types that you see here, and if you go here, now you see this is also text, but it's not a text actually. But why it is text, we will see. Okay, ideally it should consider as a number. Okay, but still it's not considered, we will see. Okay, this is a data types. Okay, you will work with these data types extensively: decimals, fixed decimals, whole numbers, percentage, date, time. Okay, Most of the issues you will get it from data type. Okay, we should be very very careful with when you work with data types, and but you can come back and forth. Okay, but this will one of the most important criteria or step that we will work with. And now you see this is only in the C it is only one same text. I don't want to maintain that all the records with the same thing. I can remove it, simply right click and remove. But you see it is creating a step. If you go back, and you will see the same thing. And if you go back, you see this URL which you connected. Okay, and then you click this, and then you click this. It will just tell you like what are the things that have been changing step by step. It is a power query. It is just a query. Okay, and it has the steps, applied steps, how many steps you applied on the query. Okay, at any point of time you can back and forth, and you can delete the steps, something like that. But we will see this extensively in further lessons. But this is a powerful mechanism, and easy to use mechanism, and non-traditional mechanism. Okay, so that's what I can just talk about. And I can delete this, and see this black color. What does it mean black color? Okay, why the blue is actually telling, which means it has all records, but it is completely empty. If you see, nothing is there, blank. So that is the reason it's giving black. So simply you can remove that, right? And now you see even national currency I really don't want. But still, if you want to use this billions, you can use it. But I don't think this is makes sense, right? So now you see countries. So you can also check the record count, like how much records that are available. Now you see 195 countries data that we have right now. How many countries? 195 countries. Now I can close this to get the back data. Okay. Now, but I don't want data something like this to have a reporting. What I want country, and then I want year, and then I want the population. Okay, so to do that I will just apply one transformation. Okay, just select, just shift and like this, click on this column and go to the end, and click on this column. But before clicking you should hold the control or shift, I can say shift. Okay, then it will select all the columns, and then you can go to transform and then use unpivot, unpivot selected columns or unpivot columns. We will talk that extensively, what is unpivot others, unpivot only selected columns, and all those things. Now you see, if you just understand the recording count, it will just change to 100, 170. Why? Because the output of unpivot is 2, attribute and value. So whatever the number of columns that you see, they become only 2 columns. What is this? This is a year attribute. Okay, and this is the population. Okay, this is the population. I think we should have a male and female, but I don't know why the male and female is not there. That's okay. This is a country, and this is not this is population, it's GDP. Sorry, this is GDP. Okay, it was confusing. Sorry, it is GDP, right? So IMF Outlook will give the GDP. Okay, now you can understand each country's GDP in each year. Why it automatically increase the record count? Because previously they were in the columns, but now we change it to values, the rows. Okay, year rows and GDP value. Now I can load this data into Power BI Desktop. What is this Power Query? The tool inside the tool. When you do a cleaning, transforming, and everything, we will extensively work on all other projects. Okay, so all of the sources like this. Okay, like this. We will mostly work with databases. Okay, SQL Server database extensively. Okay, and with SQL queries, views, tables, store procedures. Okay, and tables. So you can work extensively with SQL Server. Okay, this one. And files I will cover like Excel, text, JSON. Folder is one of my real-time scenario that I will teach you. The folder and SharePoint folder both are almost same. Okay, I will tell you what was the difference, but we will discuss extensively in further classes. Okay, in Azure I will show you how to connect Azure SQL DB, okay, and blob storage, right, and Azure data like Gen 2, okay, all these things we will discuss, okay, and Power BI, right. So this is I think you nowhere get it, I'm sure, in the Amirpet. That's for 100% sure, because Azure is again a paid subscription that you need to use with credit card, okay. But here I will give you, okay, this makes you a resume. uh, this Azure will put you on top of all of other Power BI, guys in the market, okay. So that is an excellent offer that I just started from December month, but I would like to give you for from January onwards as well, okay, into a next level. That's what I'm in my thought, but I don't know how that goes on, but definitely it will be better than December, okay. Now I have, what I can do, I can just close and apply, so that it will go to a reporting, but still this is a data and this is not at all a reporting, okay. Now when you close and apply, this window, Power Query window, will be closed, and now you see the desktop, okay. Now that is a different tool to the tool altogether, but you will access within the tool, within the Power BI desktop. The tool will be bind together. So that is only meant for cleaning purpose, meant for ETL purpose, meant to for transform the data the way you want it, to keep the report in mind. So what actually a business is asking, so that what columns I do really want, and how many tables do I really want. So everything you will decide in the Power Query, okay. Now you see 1170 records are downloaded, and you will see the columns here, and you observe this, and once you load them, it is working on cell. You see here, and you will have a only one table, but now going forward we will work with a lot of tables, okay, lot of tables, and you need to work with relationships and everything. Data warehousing concepts like star schema, snowflake schema, fact table, dimension table, logical diagram, physical diagram, conceptual diagram. So all those things we will discuss extensively, okay. That is called modeling, okay. But here you see the data, actual data, okay. And for that, yeah, you need to click any of the columns so that you will get the data. So this is the data. But now if you come here, this is a visualization, and this is your columns, okay. A simple report looks like this: GDP, okay. You can just drop there, you can just drag and put it here, so automatically it will just choose the visual. Now it chosen the table, okay. Now you can also choose the year, okay. Now you see here, and the GDP is actually don't summarize, but you can also do. Now you see the GDP is actually a text column. Now I understand it's a text column, but it should not be a text column, it should be a decimal number or the whole number. Let's go with the decimal number now. Yes, you should have checked, that's what we decided, but we have not changed it there. But still you can go back and change there. See, you cannot change this to a decimal. Now what I can do, I can just go back to this tool, the transform data, okay, and you can click this, so that again the Power Query will open up, okay. Here we will change, okay. There also we can change, but sometimes if that won't work, then we need to come back and we need to change here. So this ABC year should not be ABC, it should be whole number, but actually it's a date, but I cannot use date because there is no DDMMYY formula, right. So that is the reason I made it as a number. But GDP is actually it is a fixed decimal dollars, right. So I can just use this. Now see the data change, there is no errors, everything is clean. This is ABC, perfect. This is also ABC, perfect. And this is 1 2 3, this is also good. This is a decimal value, and this is also good. Now I can close and apply. So this is how you will come back and forth to this tool inside the tool, okay, to clean the data, to transform the data. Now I've transformed the data type has been changed, okay. We will work a lot of projects just like this, so that you will understand extensively, you will make hands-on experience on this. Now you see there are errors, how to handle them, how to find them. Okay, now you can click on this view errors. Okay, and you can again go back and see like what is the error inside that. Okay, so okay, so let me go back. It's opening, actually it's working. Let take rest for a minute. Still it's working. Okay, so handling errors in Power BI is also one of the nice thing, because if anything errors comes in, you need to work with your business analyst or your business, like we have these many error records, can you please update in your source. Okay, because reporting means we will just read the source, we will not edit anything in the source, but we will read the source. To read, they should have proper valid values. If something is not there, then we will give those values to the end user so that they will update there. Okay, either they will send in a separate file or they will directly update in the source, so that we need to work with them. So we will see extensively in that scenario like how you will work with the within the real time. Let me just see like what happened. Okay, let me go. Now you see these many errors. Automatically it has prepared one error table, and you see these are all the error tables. If you click on the error, and it will tell you that what was the error, it will just loading. Okay, it's easy. Now you see NA is there. Now you are saying NA, N by A is a text actually. So you are in the, but the text you are trying to change it to a decimal value, and obviously it will not change, right? So how it can understand. So now if you go there and you can just see the row number or the country, whatever the thing that you want to go and just check. And let me go here in the table 1 and just check here, and you see somewhere you will find NA. And if not, you can search, we can see this is a decimal, and you see the error, but with the decimal you cannot find that value. But what you can do is you can just go to data type change. Where is the data type change here? Before this, I think. Now you see this is a text. Now you will get the text, like where is that NA. Okay, here you will get the NA. We can filter that NA here. If not, you cannot find this, you can search for N. Now you see it will just come, and you will untick, and now you see once you come back, and you will not have any error. But if you really want, now you can just take the screenshot, but you would have give it before I clear the error. But now you see there is no error, and now if you close and apply, it will be proper. But once you fix this error, now you can delete these two things. Okay, and delete, because no more errors. Now you have a single table, and this is good. Now you can close and apply. It will take another 5 more minutes. Okay, I almost create a sample visual and then I've published. So this is a life cycle of a report development, RDLC, report development life cycle. You will get the data, you will transform the data, and you will create the visuals, and then you will publish the visuals, and you will work with back and forth with your business. No, I don't want this and that, and I want this and this. So now you see GDP by, now you see the sum, and previously it was not available. Okay, why? Because of the data type it will tell you. Okay, each year now you will get the GDP. Now you see this is year by GDP. But now I can show I want this by like this. Now you see the world GDP in each year. Okay, now I want by country. Okay, you can put some slicer or maybe a map. See, automatically a map is chosen. I have not chosen, but Power BI is automatically chosen. And if you want, you can also country in the slicer. Okay, something like this, and put into the slicer visual. Okay, and you can just have a list drop down, and you see you can make this small. Okay, and in the drop down you can select any country, and that country information you will get it. So you see, and this country, Argentina, is in the South Africa, and what was the 2019 growth, and then what is the estimated growth of that country in 2023 and 2024. Okay, so this is a really nice and useful um, reporting thing, and the main advantage is this visual interaction. And you can also create one more by like this. I'll show you GDP by country, something like that. Okay, one more visual. And then we will publish. Okay, I will take the same thing, column chart. I will tell you when to choose a column chart, when to choose bar chart, and when to choose any other chart. Okay, I want GDP into a values and country into axis. Okay, and now I want this year is also into a legend, each year how they are. Okay, now you see, and you can also get this top 10 countries. It's a top 5 countries. Okay, and you can see them just by expanding this option, and then you can scroll something like that. But if you go back and you don't want to see all of them, but you want to see a top 10 countries, you can also do that by here, visual level filter. There is an option called, I will talk extensively on this filter concept, but I'm just showing you a simple thing. Top 5 by what? GDP. When you say top, you should have some value. Now you see top countries. Iran is in the top right now, Indonesia and Vietnam, Korea, Cambodia. So these are all niche players. But in somehow in this year, who are there, how they are actually, what is the GDP, and all those things. Okay, you can also change this to this, and you will see each individual report, something like that. Okay, I think this will make sense. Okay, and this is a nice report, and you can interact, right? You can interact by country, you can choose any other country, and you can search for any other country. Okay, and you can understand this. Now, if you just see this pale color, and you can double click so that it will just come back. Now I click Germany. How the Germany, though I've chosen top 5, but Germany was not there, but it will come based on your selection criteria. Now where it is, and how it was their growth rate. Okay, everything that you can understand. So this will give you some kind of decision, right? So the report will interact each other, the visuals interact each other, and that's where you will see a graphical user interface, and it's easy to make your decisions quickly and effectively, right? It is very simple report, but you understand the crux of it, right? But we will see a lot of things like this. Okay, the best practices, performance improvements, real-time challenges. Okay, a lot of things. And then once you prepare this report, you cannot share this PBX file just like this. What you will do, you will save this, but you can also publish this. It will ask you to save first. Yeah, I will save this, but I will save in a folder called, I've created Jan 2022. This is the batch name. So here I will say a web connection. But what is the web? IMF data. Okay, IMF data. Okay, and what is the report name? GDP analysis report. Okay, so this is how you need to use a naming convention. I will also talk about this naming convention and best practices. Okay, this is one of the best practices that we will do. Or else you can, for now, you can say a first report. Okay, you can use a first report, something like that. But what does mean by first report? You should have a meaning to it, right? So what is a web, what is the source type, and what is the source, what is the report that you have done on top of that source. So that's where it makes sense, and you can save that, and it will ask you to publish. It will ask you to sign in. Now I will give you an email address, something like that, Mahinder Academy Pro, @ma to mouth. This is my company name, okay? And on Microsoft.com. Okay, and then if you continue, it will ask you to sign in. I will sign in and then I will publish. So this is the life cycle, report development life cycle. You will get the data, you will transform data. A lot of yeah, this one. So in the real time, we will do like this. So once you get some draft report, you will publish that into a this thing, and then you will give end users or business to that access to the workspace, and there they will come and check, or else we will share the link to the end user via email or anything in the Teams or anywhere. Okay. Now if you go and just check in the Power BI service, it will be there. Let me come to a list view. We'll talk about the lineage view. A lot of benefits are there, and most of the people, they don't know what is a lineage view. Okay, if you don't know lineage view, what is lineage view, a single question is enough, whether you worked in real time or not. If you don't know the lineage view, that's all. Game is over, right? So, but why that is so much importance, you will see in action. I will tell you extensively on this lineage view. Okay, impact analysis, how to do impact analysis. If you want, see, there is a production which is running, a lot of reports are being used, and suddenly you get some change. We need to change this particular visual, or we need to change some data. Then all of a sudden you can go back and change that, right? So you will see, if I change this, and how many users will get affected. So you need to take their consent before you do that. So how to do that and everything, we will tell you extensively on that. Now where is my report? See, this one, this is my report, and this is how you will see in the service. Now you see how easily they can work, and it just will scroll, but you can choose a country, and you can choose multiple countries also. Only you want to just compare between these three countries. So where they are, here is one country, here is one country, and here is one country, and those are the three countries. And you can add one more visual, and you can just do that. Here also you can just do that. Okay, here also you can edit the report, and you will get everything just like Power BI, but not exactly the same. Okay, I will tell you what is not same, and everything. I will work with you to make you understand this. Okay, it looks like almost same. You will see all the visualizations, you will see the data, and you will see everything. Still you can maintain, you can create one more visual there. Let me, you see everything, just it works, but let me create one more visual there. It's a card. We'll put the card, and you see this is the GDP, you can just see. But again, you can save, and you can go into reading mode. Now you see exactly, you can do everything. Okay, but not everything. We will discuss extensively on that. You should know what is the difference between report development in Power BI service versus in Power BI desktop. Okay, so if you don't know that, then you are not working in real time. So that is a simple question, right? So we will see a lot of debating concepts and a lot of thought-provoking concepts, right? So it is just not like a school or anything. It is just working together to understand this subject. If you should, knowing the subject will not enough. You should understand, you should compare, you should make a differences, what is different between this and that, and then you need to apply, and then you will apply into different scenarios. Then you will become a skilled person. My training is completely make you to a skilled person. Trust me, if you follow a step by step and daily assignments, you will definitely become a skilled person. Okay, and I can make you offer due to some reasons, but I do not expect you to give that excuses. But I can also give you one more two more times to join this batch to repeat the subject. Maybe in 1 month you might not get confidence. You will always your understanding levels just increase like that, but the deeper penetration will happen maybe in the next month. Okay, so it depends on your perception, your practice, your efforts and everything. Okay, but I can also give you that additional offer. Okay, like you can join again and you can work with me, you can work with the other students in the group, in the senior batch. Okay, and I can still give you one more tip, that you can join with your friend so that you basically work together. Okay, it required a lot of discussions. Okay, when you live with Power BI within this month, you will get the job. See, that's where you almost spend 15 to 16 years or of education, but that is not give the results. This will make you results. Okay, this is the real results, but I'm not giving any rocket science, but everything that is available in the Amirpet. But there are a lot on top of that. I have a lot of additional offerings. Okay, okay, so but you need to put your 1 month effectively and efficiently, so that you will definitely get the results. There are success stories who got the job within 1 month 15 days. 1 month was the training, and while running the training I asked him to put the resume. He just followed just blindly and trustfully, and then he just followed that, and no, it's not only my credit, but the same goes to him, because it is both sides. One hand cannot give you a noise, right? So you should align with me. Okay, and then you will definitely get the job. It is nothing, you're not inventing anything, you are trying to use which is already there, but only thing is you need to put your efforts to understand that. It is a perfect tool, and it's an excellent tool, and it has very good future and a lot of features inside the tool. Okay, we will explore all of them one by one. At 20 years school principal, he trained, he do not know anything inside software. He was into a different industry, but he joined directly as an assistant manager in one of the best companies. Okay, that is one of the thing. And one of the most interesting thing is like, who actually failed his graduation, who actually failed his intermediate, is also now earning monthly 60 to 70,000. There are a lot of shortcuts. You can call me. That is the kind of mentoring that I can give you, coaching that I can give you apart from the training. Okay, the training is different. Coaching is now. Hope end of this session you will understand what is the coaching, what is the mentoring, what is the training. So training is just giving gyan. That never work actually. That will not make you complete for your success. Okay, I have 14 years of experience, and extensively I worked with a lot of multiple multinational companies, MNCs, and I know, I mean, I might not know everything, but I know what I know, but I can give you the best way to use them, and I can make your career acceleration exponentially. Okay, that is the secret of my mentorship. You can connect with me, just not this training. Okay, throughout the life until we do win-win deals. Okay, being said that, I would like to say bye for now, and it is open to questions, Q&A. You can ask any question regarding your training, coaching, mentoring, and if you want any personal discussions also, we can have a personal one-on-one after this class. I will share you these recordings. Okay, I will share you this recording, and you can share with your friends and motivate them, and collaborate with them to have a good discussion points. that will make you a and it will make you enthusiasm to work with a team, right? So collaboration is one of the most important skill in the market right now. So who might be sitting outside the globe, other side of the globe, other side of the pole, and you also working with them closely using internet. Okay, your friend should not be your roommate. Your friend should not be your in your room. Who would be your friend who you can connect with him in like live, and you can collaboratively share your screen and work with them. Okay, try professional things in the real time. You will work by screen share. Speak something. Okay, speak with your friends so that you can speak with me, so that you can speak after in the job. Okay, so I will try to give you all those concepts which really required in the real time. Okay, step by step they will come. Any questions, guys? Now you can please unmute yourself and speak, or you can chat. Anything is fine. But tomorrow onwards, no more guest users. Okay, please do not join as a guest user. You should definitely join as a you should have names, something like this, right? You see a lot of these guys, they connected with me to discuss. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I mean,
yes,
this is Sandeep.
yes, Sandeep, please.
Yeah. Uh, you have shown one drop-down list to select the data source, right? As an example, you have selected where to collect the data.
Correct.
So, uh, uh, as you said, in the market, like we can extract the data from 90% of sources.
99
So,
pesos, yes, correct.
if the yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, if the required source is not available in the drop-down list, what we have to do?
Yes, good question. We need to get the another data from another source, and you will make a relationship between those two tables in the modeling, or else in the Power Query. We will talk extensively on that. Okay, I will give you a scenario where you will not have a complete information. Okay, and you need to get another source. I will give you another source, and you need to work with that source within the transformation itself, and you will use that source, and you will get the desired data, and then you will create the report. So that level of assignments I will give it to you.
Oh, oh, okay, fair enough.
Thank you. Any other questions, guys?
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. We have 2 more minutes. I think we covered, we used time effectively, I feel. But yeah, it will go to
Yeah,
1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes. This is where you need to be make sure, and you sit in a very calm area, and you should not have any disturbances. I 100% suggest use a laptop, and you have a notebook, and whatever the points that you feel you need to note down, and whatever the doubts you have, you can just ask here in this chat group. This group will be live, or you don't need to exit this group every day, and you need to join. Once you be there, we will discuss a lot of discussions in this group. If you want to show you my previous batch, you see here, I will share you a lot of things here. Now you see. Okay, this was like the last class which we discussed, and you see I will share you links, Visual Studio download link, and then how you prepare your resume, and lot of things I will give you, the tools, the PBX files, the assignments. Okay, you see, I will share, and we will have a lot of discussions over this, the PBX files, the topics, PBX files, and everything. Okay, so extensively we will work, and I will have a lot of material, but I can give you, that's not a big deal, but that you should not waste the time. You should use this effectively. Okay, people always think for a lot of other things. Okay, my suggestion is just whatever the topic that I discussed, only look for that and search in Google or YouTube to have more understanding in that. Okay, but not any other topics, because you will deviate from the goal until this course completes. Okay, after that definitely I will suggest you to have some channels, and you need to work on them. I will definitely suggest couple of them, but for now, whatever the topic I discussed, only explore on the topic and do not deviate from the goal until you get the job. Okay, these are all some rules. Join with your Outlook email address. I should not allow from tomorrow onwards no more guest users. Okay, and I suggest you to have with a friend. Okay, and to have a group discussions and everything, because lot of assignments will make you not to sleep, something like that. Okay, it will ask you to work and just understand what is there inside that, and how can I fulfill that requirement, how can I create that report. So all those things. So if you can work single, it might not enough. So I suggest join with your friend. It will be win-win for me and for you and for me also. Okay, so do not think in negative, but I always suggest you to have a positive mindset. That will give you the results. Okay, and just contribute your idea to your friend, so that he can share, he can also, again, nobody is competitor here. Everything depends on your efforts, luck, and everything. Okay, who joined in this batch, he might get the job before who joined in the 3 months back, because there are a lot of factors involved to their success. So open your heart, definitely you will get the success. Simple, just like Gmail. Just go to outlook.com. Um, just open any browser. Just go to outlook.com. Okay, just like gmail.com, right? So you go for outlook.com there. Okay, let me, I think it's open my my email. I will show you another way. I will open incognito mode. Here you can search for Outlook. Okay, no, you can so now you see, create a free account. Simple, you need to fill the form, that's all. So here you can search something like that, Mahendra Academy Pro 1, and click next, something like that. Create password and next, that's all. Make sense? So this is how you can create your email address. Okay, it will ask you date of birth and phone number, and validate your phone number, and that's all. You will get just like a Gmail view, but in a different look and feel. Okay, hope everything is clear. Any other questions, please speak out, or you can type. Yeah, I was asking something. Thank you. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, join with your first name. See, it should be meaningful. I don't know, Duna is your first name or second name, but it should be something like, first name should be your calling name, right? So, thank you guys. Thanks for joining. Have a wonderful future ahead, and thanks for joining.